Hey guys, so this is going to be a quick pop in. I definitely wanted to cover this because it just dropped. For those of you that's been following the Young Dolph case, I'm definitely a fan of Young Dolph. I told you guys how I felt about when I heard that he passed away and how it happened. OMG. I did see where one of the examiners was questioned in court was it yesterday? I think it was, where they had like 17, 18 pages of the autopsy of young Dolph. This young man was, they found, I want to say about 20 to 25 pow wounds in him. And this shit was intentional. But as you guys know, the trial is going on as of now. Let me go ahead and put my banner up as well. Everything said in the video, of course, is alleged and in my opinion, and is used for fair use. Again, it's used for fair use. We're going to go ahead and get into it because there is a verdict for Hernandez Govan, all right, who is one of the guys that was said to be involved in unaliving young Dolph. Okay, so y'all bear with me. Bear with me as I read up on what's going on. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and share, and then we're going to look at the actual verdict. We're not going to hold you guys too long. I definitely wanted to cover this because this case was definitely near and dear to me. I'm still shocked that they unalived this young man. All right, so justice for young Dolph. All right, they've already Justin Johnson, he's already been sentenced to 3 life sentences. Child, he's never getting out, thank God, for his part in unaliving Dolph. Hernandez Govan, let's go ahead and get into that. Memphis, Tennessee. Hernandez Govan, which is the young man here standing with the tie on. The man accused of orchestrating the unaliving of rapper Young Dolph appeared in court for day 3 of his trial Wednesday morning. Said that the jury began deliberating around 5:15 p.m. Following closing arguments, and court was adjourned by 6:46 p.m. All right. Now, Dr. Juliet Scatterbury, I'm sorry, a medical examiner at the University of Tennessee Health Science Center, was the first witness called to the stand. She testified that she performed young Dolph's autopsy on November the 18th of 2021. She says that young Dolph was pow 20 times with 4 exit wounds, but pow wounds to the head and neck were the cause of the unaliving. Okay. Ooh, child. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this put up quick. Need my other screen up. All right. So, Hold on. Okay, so she says his manner of unaliving was ruled a homicide. Now, Dr. Scatterbury was stated, or also stated rather, that young Dolph had 3 remote pows from previously being pow. It says that after the state prosecutors rested their case, Govan's defense attorney argued there was not enough evidence presented for his conspiracy and unaliving charge. However, it says that the judge sided with the state prosecutor and the jury will determine the verdict in the case. All right, that is him. All right. It also goes on to say that Govan's defense attorney called 2 witnesses, Lieutenant Michael Coburn with the Memphis Police Department, and Vivian Ferguson, an 80-year-old neighbor of Cornelia Smith's father, to testify in court after a brief recess. Now, Lieutenant Coburn testified that he was assigned to the homicide and processed the white Mercedes, which was used during the unaliving of young Dolph. You guys remember it was a white Mercedes that pulled up to the Makita's cookie shop, and 3 pow-men jumped out and proceeded to begin to pow young Dolph as he stood inside the cookie shop waiting for his order, where they unalived him. Okay. Ferguson testified that she knew Smith because he would help her with her groceries or help her do anything that needed to be done. Defense then asked Ferguson if she had ever received $500 cash to hold, and she told them no. However, she said if anyone were to leave anything at her house, they may have put it in her mailbox. So Hernandez Govan, the guy that's on trial, took to the stand after Ferguson and told the court that he will not be testifying. So after the two testimonies, the defense and prosecution rested their case and broke for lunch. It said that once court resumed, that the judge read instructions to the jury to help them when they began deliberating Govan's charges, and the defense attorneys and prosecutors read their closing arguments. The first closing argument for the prosecution was done by Iris Williams, the assistant district attorney. The second was introduced by defense attorney Manny Aurora, who says that the jury should be embarrassed by the DA for bringing this case before them, then went on later to say the whole county should be embarrassed by how things were handled. In rebuttal, Chief Prosecutor for the District Attorney's Office, Carla Taylor, told the jury, "Are you kidding me?" Says it, and this case is all about Govan and his choices. It says that the closing arguments ended with Taylor, and then the judge dismissed the jury from the courtroom so that they could deliberate. It says that the court ended recess for a moment because one of the jurors had a question for the judge pertaining to the evidence. This is Hernandez Govan sitting here, said that the judge stated that she could not answer the question, and the jury went back outside of the courtroom to deliberate with the other jurors. Now, on Tuesday, Angela Arnold, the girlfriend of Cornelia Smith, was the first witness to take the stand. She told the courts that to her knowledge, that Smith never had direct contact with Big Juke, which is the brother of what's the boy's name, child? Anyway, Big Juke, we'll get back to it. And that he would communicate with Govan to send and receive messages, okay? Also, since she also testified that she saw Govan at the car wash hours after young Dolph's unaliving, when Smith picked up a cell phone from Govan that he had left in the white Mercedes used in the unaliving, okay? It says that various Memphis police investigators were called to testify in court along with cell phone records. According to the investigators, they went over calls and text records with Govan, Smith, and Big Juke in the months leading up to the unaliving afterwards, okay? Said that they say that Smith appeared to have several outgoing calls to Govan, but in cross-examination, Govan's defense attorneys explained the reasoning for the communication, saying that Govan supplied Smith with various types of pills, and Johnson talked with him about he was an aspiring rapper. Another investigator who testified said detectives went to the airport to execute a search warrant on Big Juke's phone and asked if they could speak to him, but he refused. Big Juke is unalived as well, as I told you guys. They said the court will be back in session on Thursday morning at 9:15 a.m. So let's go ahead and get into the verdict, all right, because they did have a live verdict. Unfortunate for me, I was on live during that time going off, but we do have the actual verdict for that. I'm kind of shocked by it. Yes, Yo Gotti. Thank y'all for putting it in there. Y'all, I'm so tired. So Big Juke is Yo Gotti's brother. Y'all know who Yo Gotti is, honey. Okay. Y'all know who Yo Gotti is, but let me make it small so y'all can see. Okay. Y'all can see the chat. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the jury deliberation is underway for the Govan trial. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right. Shout out to ABC 24 Memphis, okay? Fair use, okay?
Mitchell presiding, you may be seated.
All right, before I bring the jury in, to the audience in particular, for either side, particularly family members, if you're going to have difficulty controlling your emotions, I need for you to step out now. Outbursts will not be tolerated. You can bring the jury.
Okay, hold on, guys. Let's go ahead. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, have you reached the verdict?
Yes.
State of Tennessee versus Hernandez Govan, count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant Hernandez Govan not guilty in count 1 of the indictment. State of Tennessee versus Hernandez Govan, count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant Hernandez Govan not guilty in count 2 of the indictment. Ma'am,
Court's in session.
ma'am, Ms. Johnson, is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict? Yes, Your Honor. Is this your verdict? Yes.
I cannot believe this.
Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I want to thank you for your service this week. You've done exactly what the court asked you to do, which was to sit, listen to all the proof, and come to a decision. You are excused.
Jury is excused. Go ahead, y'all. Court's still in session.
Cannot believe this. Oh my God. Unbelievable.
Mr. Hernandez Govan, the jury of your peers having found you not guilty of all charges, sir, you are free to go.
Thank you so much, Judge. Thank you. Court's in recess.
I cannot believe this.
I need judgment.
Ma'am. Judge sheets.
I need judgment sheets as to each count. Get the clerk to help with the record, yeah, but Mr. Your local counsel can help you.
Dorn.
Mr. Dorn, I'm
Dorn.
sorry, Mr. Dorn.
Unbelievable.
Norwegian Cruise Line sent a long notification.
Y'all here, they found him not guilty on both counts, okay? Unbelievable. Hey, everybody coming in. Thank y'all. All right, so let's move ahead a little bit. So this was live, okay? You guys can go on over to ABC.
They didn't blame the trial team for this result, although they're just.
All right, so I do want to hear what he has to say.
Verdict, especially as it was concluded. Again, Hernandez Govan, the man that was believed or accused of being the mastermind behind the murder of young Dolph, has been found not guilty on both counts. Again, count 1 was first-degree murder. Count 2 was conspiracy to commit murder. Very quiet courtroom setting during the reading. The judge making the announcement that they would tolerate no outbursts. There were no outbursts during the reading of that verdict. All I can tell you is that as we watched it, the emotion from Hernandez Govan and his attorneys was very evident as he was facing potentially life in prison if convicted on those charges. Again, Hernandez Govan, after less than a week of actual trial, the trial began on Monday. It is Thursday. The trial is now officially over. Jury deliberations began yesterday evening. The jury took this case to the back and started deliberating yesterday, early afternoon. And they were able to come up with a verdict by this time. So again, not a long deliberation. They started deliberations around 9 o'clock this morning and have here by 10:45 have reached their verdict roughly around 10:30, most likely 10:15. We're able to We're going to join the DA, Steve Mulroy, in a press conference right now.
Who has been cooperating and has admitted his role in the murder, will also be held accountable. All the people that are alive today that were involved in young Dolph's murder are people that we have done everything we can to hold accountable, and will continue to do that. I want to point out that the family obviously was very distraught, did not want to speak to the media, but they did say that they didn't blame the trial team for this result, although they're disappointed in it. They thought the trial team did everything they could. And I want to say that the trial team did everything they could. They were extremely well prepared and worked very hard. You never know what a jury is going to do. We have to respect a jury's decision, even if we strongly disagree with it. And we will continue to do everything we can to make sure that everybody responsible for young Dolph's murder is held accountable.
What do you think fell apart in this case? What do you think could have been proven more to show Hernandez Govan?
You know, this whole business of Monday morning quarterbacking, it's so difficult without being able to speak to the jury to know what caused one result or caused another. All I'm prepared to say is that the trial team was very well prepared and did an excellent job. And the system is what the system is. I will get your phone. We'll talk later. Okay.
Steve Mulroy speaking to the media immediately after those verdicts were read. Again, those verdicts coming back as not guilty for Hernandez Govan. Let's take you back to a little bit of what the district attorney had to say. He said that he will not Monday morning quarterback this decision by the jury or by the trial team. He did say that the family felt like the trial team did the best that they could. He also mentioned that he felt like the trial team was prepared and he felt like they did an excellent job, that basically the system is what the system is at that point. I expect that we will hear much more from Steve Mulroy in the coming hours, if not later in the day, if not tomorrow, as they continue to dissect kind of what happened in this case and where maybe they feel like the prosecution in the state were not able to prove their case. We've had reporters in the courtroom all week long. ABC 24's Leah Williams is joining us now with immediate reaction from that courtroom after hearing that verdict. Leah?
Yeah, Ruben, right now we have to kind of turn away from the courtroom as Govan's family leaves because they don't want to be on camera, and they also didn't speak to us, but they've been here all week supporting Hernandez Govan in the courtroom. Even before he went in the courtroom, they were all sitting in the hallway together with his attorneys, and they just were surrounding him with support, hoping for that not guilty verdict that ultimately did come out. Now, he was very emotional. I'm not sure if you all could see it, but he hugged his attorneys immediately when that verdict came out. Also, DA Mulroy said that, of course, young Dolph's family was here and they were disappointed. But like you were saying, Ruben, he says that they are not blaming the trial team. And DA Mulroy was here to support them today. This was the first day we've seen him this week. Now, DA Mulroy did not prosecute this case. The prosecutors were Carla Taylor and Iris Williams. But again, a lot of emotion on both families in the courtroom. Ruben?
And I'm so happy for our client.
All right, thanks a lot, Leah. Let's listen into Hernandez Govan's attorney right now, right after that verdict.
I think you get in bed with dogs, you get fleas. And that should have been done all the way through. If I could find all the holes in the case after 4 years of police investigations, you darn well know they could have. And I frankly think they shaded things, did whatever they had to do politically to make this a case, and they didn't actually go after the real perpetrators. I'm good, thanks.
All right, so I'm going to stop it there, you guys, okay? So if you guys want to look more into this, you can go to ABC 24 Memphis, okay, to look at everything that's going on after the actual verdict's been read, okay? Do I agree with it? Hell no. Do I feel like this person to do with it? In my opinion, I do. I feel like the right people might have influenced this case just a little bit, okay? But y'all know they're saying CMG is behind this, which is, you know, affiliated with Yo Gotti. Y'all know Yo Gotti had some issues with young Dolph, which was under PRE, his own label. Dolph pretty much had $1 million before he even became hot like that. Dolph was a businessman, okay? This man was a father, and they took this man out because he did not want to sign with CMG Records. And of course, you know how street beef is. One person say something in a song, another person say something, the retaliation happens, and from there they've been trying to take that man's life. When I say that man, I mean Dolph. They've been trying to take his life. They try to get him into LA. They try to get him, I think, in Atlanta, I think. And some more places. They finally trailed him, stalked him when he went to Memphis, Tennessee in November for a turkey drive. When he was giving away turkeys, and they stalked this man. They watched him. And when they finally caught up to him at Makita's cookie shop, that is when they initiated taking this young man's life. So it's still sad. This is still fresh. Like I just saw this shit happen yesterday. But I'm happy that they did go ahead and get Justin Johnson. He is serving a 3 life sentences for his role in it. I think they have one more guy that they have to sentence as well. So let's see. We're gonna see what happens. I'm not sure, but what I do know is we need to get justice for Dolph. All right, sad situation, but that is it for this video. I wanted to give you guys an update on that because I did talk about it. Okay. Yeah, Shell found not guilty. I'm very shocked by that. Unfortunately, y'all know how the streets be. When they don't hear what they want to hear in court, then they kind of take matters into their own hands. And I'm not saying I hope that happened, but that's just how it happens. Okay, people are still mad about this situation with Dolph being taken out the way that he was, and they want justice. So if they don't get it in court, a lot of times they go and they do a street justice. Okay. So prayers up for the family of young Dolph, and we'll see how this panned out later on. Okay. Yeah, so if nothing else, guys, let's get out of here. Thank y'all so much. Of course, again, to my mods, y'all know I love y'all down. Thank y'all for doing an awesome job of modding for me. Scorpion, Miss Sweet Essence, Rose Armstead, True TV Podcast, KBR, Tyra. Thank you so much. Chef Don, I see you in the building. Thank you so much. Do we have any more content creators? Simple Mom Family TV, I think I saw you in here. Purple Unicorn, if you're here, thanks. Sunny Days, thanks. And any other content creator. Y'all know I love y'all down. Let's get out of here to the next video. Bye.